Italy is the most affected country due to COVID 19 with the highest number of people dying. It discovered its first case of coronavirus on February 20th this year from Lombardy in north. Before that, the country was reporting unusually higher number of pneumonia cases in the hospitals of the region. So, the virus spread undetected. Now, the epicenter of coronavirus in European nations, Italy is seeing its healthcare system collapsing when the doctors in hospitals are on the verge of losing it all. They struggled with the demographic challenge. According to the National Health Institute, Italy is a country which has one of the world's largest, oldest population. It could be facing a higher mortality rate as a result of its above average elderly population. The healthcare professionals are disappointed as there are not enough protective cares for them, with consistently increasing number of new COVID-19 cases.
My name is Ishu Chauhan and I live in Italy. Well, I have been living in Italy from almost 5 years, of course, with my family because my family used to live here. My father is in Italy from almost 15 years, so of course I came here through him. And currently we own a restaurant and I work there. As initially, when I initially came here, I was in 12th standard. Well, I used to make up and down for my residence permit according to that. So practically, when I finished my secondary school, I came here on purpose, and I was planning to go Canada practically, but for somehow reason I got refused. So I started to go to university in Italy for a course of chef, you can call it. It's called Superiore here. That is different thing. And then I didn't wanted to pursue it because it was difficult for me because I didn't knew the language also at that time. Then I started my university in India. Practically, I used to do. I mean, how you call it? Correspondence. My graduation from India. Then I left studies here, of course. Then I started working as a chef and initially I started as a waiter, but I got my ranked up, you can say, with experience. So I used to manage a restaurant called Crianza in different city. Then 2 years back we moved to this city because of work, and my father found it really nice, so we shifted here. Well, I'm staying city called Verona. Is
Okay,
the
tell.
city of love, you can call it. Is the city from where Romeo and Juliet was based. In every kilometer there is a police car that is controlling every vehicle which is passing by, and even for the groceries is difficult now. You have to have like proper motive and kind of paper I can show you, which is this. You have to have this paper filled and with authorization of your lawyer, then you can go to have your groceries also. So it's difficult now, and we own a restaurant now. And well, practically as a businessman, I can tell you now the things have been very worse now. Uh, before before coronavirus, we used to save something. We used to work every day. As the economy was nice, my sister used to go to school. We used to go to work. But now everything is stopped. Like in India also, in India also everything is blocked and the lockdown situation. And in Italy, from almost 1.5 month, from almost 50 days, I mean,
So,
everything has changed. Like before,
do
we
you
was
do?
free to go somewhere. Now you cannot just travel like that. You have to have proper motive. Otherwise, they're gonna fine you like 1,000 euros, and if you don't pay, you have 3 months of prison.
Do you guys have any cases in within your locality where you are
Yeah,
staying right now?
yeah. I guess every day we hear a siren of ambulance. So practically for sure. I mean, I'm not sure according to the reports, but yeah, there are cases in our proper city also.
So, so the Indian government is airlifting people from different countries. So, does anybody from Indian embassy contacted you people or any other Indian family living out there that you know about?
No, 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 not yet. Well, I heard about airlifting, but it's not true that they are airlifting all the Indians who have been living here. They airlifted only to 300 or 400 people. They were students or some researchers from India who came to Italy to research on something for sure, and they airlifted to them, not the whole citizens, because if we count Indians, we are quite huge here in a population also. Like 6 to 7 lakhs we Indians live here in Italy.
When this gets over, what are you planning to do with your restaurant, or what plans do you have any further? When this gets over, let's see to the positive side of this.
Well, I don't think it's getting over so easily because we have like more than 125,000 of cases, so it's quite huge. Well, hopefully, I want to get it over, and I mean, to pick up the business also it's difficult. Seems to be difficult because now people have a have a kind of how you call it. They don't really want to eat something up from outside, you can call it, yeah, fear. They don't want to eat something from outside also, so I think it's going to be difficult for the economy and for the business and for the owners of the business, because who work for someone else as an employee, they are easy, like they are getting their paid even for now. If they are staying at home, they are getting their wages.
Hmm.
And this problem for the person who owns a business, any kind of business, is a problem for that. But I don't feel to live here for forever. For sure, I'm gonna come back.
Fair enough. Well, thank you so much, Ishu, for joining us.
No
I'll look for
problem.
I'll call,
Take
I'll
care of
talk to you
yourself.
later on and keep updating us about any further
Sure.
update that you get in Italy related to coronavirus and stay safe and stay at home.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
The lockdown in Italy was scheduled to end by 3rd of April, but it is now extended beyond Easter. The people in Italy are living in misery as they are running out of their savings. Johan's situation is somewhat like that only. He's uncertain about what will happen next once this coronavirus thing gets over.
People here are in desperate need of money and begging for loans. The reports also suggest the role that mafias are playing here. They have higher level of liquidity and are offering reasonable loans in return for recruitment in criminal industry.
It's been 4 days since we have talked to Ishu Chauhan, who is living in Italy right now, along with his family for last 5 years. So within these 4 days, a lot of changes has happened. The number of new cases has declined from 5,000 to 3,000 per day, and also the number of cases in intensive care unit has also declined. So let's try to connect Ishu Chauhan again and let us see what are the latest updates related to coronavirus and his lockdown there.
Hi, Ishu.
Hi, Simran. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Things are better now.
So it's been 4 days since we have talked earlier. So what are the updates
Yeah.
so far that you've seen there?
Well, there is a good news that government is helping you in your groceries. So they are providing some kind of bonus, you can say. I mean, they will decide according to the family how big is it, and they will issue some amount of money to do some groceries. I mean, since 2 days they have applied this, so they are still talking in the TV. So they will. I mean, we have already filled the form, so it's just a time of how much it will take to receive the money.
All right. So I would like to ask you a major question that will also be the conclusive one. So I want to know that what lesson do you think that other countries should take from Italy? Whatever happened in Italy was a misery. So what
Yeah.
lessons should other countries like India and America should take from Italy?
Well, according to me, it's too late to learn what happened in Italy, but still, in which countries the virus is still not spreading, so they should learn from Italy that, I mean, any little mistake is, it can be big problem after all. And like Italy did, and other countries also did, they airlifted their own citizens from other countries. Like India did, airlifted from from Italy. India airlifted some person from Italy, if you remember, in the news was also there. So that is the big mistake. And according to me, like America is facing a big problem now. They have crossed a numerous number. They have crossed a lot of people who are infected there. And in India, still we are. I mean, it's a good news, of course, that we are controlling our virus. I mean, this virus we are controlling, and according to me, India is doing great. Like everybody should learn lessons from India, I guess now. Even Italy should learn. And well, this crisis should be over soon, I hope.
Well, thank you so much, Ishu, for being part of this report. I hope this report may be an informative one for so many people out there.
Yeah, true.
And
I also hope
and
so.
yeah, so stay safe and thank you so much.
Thanks to you. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Take care.
Like every other person around the world, Chauhan's family in Italy, in these difficult times, praying daily for everything to get better. With the lives being lost and economies with negative growth rate, it will take time